This is the IS-7, a Tier 10 Soviet tech tree heavy. A vehicle that has always been strong when it comes to armor, hit points, maneuverability, and damage per shot. It's kind of a jack of all trades when it comes to heavies, and because of that, it's always been a very solid performer. When the vehicle got PBR graphics, the side armor became incredibly troll, and if you just shoot the wrong spot, even if it's bad luck, it'll just completely bounce. So, even though this is one of the top performing heavies, Wargaming said, you know what, let's make it even stronger. You know the problem it has with its pen? Well, we're going to buff that. It now has 300 and almost 40 millimeters of premium pen, enough to cut through even an E100 turret at certain angles. Okay, that's not enough. Let's give it tungsten shells. You know what, that's still not enough. Let's also buff its hit points to be 2,700. Yeah, the IS-7 is a little insane. And in today's video, we're going to see just how insane it is. I'm running tungsten and adrenaline on this beast. We're running the hit points, and yeah, it's going to be pretty insane. You might be asking, what nerf did this vehicle receive to gain all these buffs? It lost 3 kilometers per hour. That's it. If you were expecting something else or something bigger, no. It didn't lose power to weight, it didn't lose acceleration, it lost 3 kilometers per hour, and that was it. So the IS-7 is essentially just as strong as ever, and now it's just better. Now don't get me wrong, I'm a player who has been asking for the penetration buff on the IS-7 for years. What I didn't want was a tungsten edition, and I also didn't want more hit points. All I wanted was more pen, because being in a game filled with ever-increasing armor is always a bit of a struggle for a vehicle like the IS-7. So we get a nice shot into the enemy Badger. He misses me. Not too bad of a start. Okay. Now the Badger obviously does feature some incredibly stupid armor, and we can see that this player has put on their adrenaline. So I'm just going to play this smart. We're going to try and maybe over-angle out the hull and see if we can get a troll bounce from the Badger. But the good news is that even with his adrenaline on, we can use tungsten, and we hit his little corner. He actually shot too fast, so it didn't even hit us, so it doesn't really matter too much for me. Alright, well, he's going to shoot, and now we're going to just do this and load in a premium shell. Yeah, I don't really know what this Badger's doing, to be real. He's not doing great, let's be honest. He's playing a little bit too aggressive. Bounces me in the side armor, which is exactly what I wanted. There you go. Premium shell right through a spaced armor. This is where high pen APCR is always very nice. You can cut through spaced armor with no problems whatsoever. We got the minnow off to the side, and this player is not looking at me currently, but we actually can very easily cut through the minnow turret. It's a little tricky to tell because it's, you know, just such a weird camo. It actually makes the turret very red. But yeah, we are very easily able to cut right through. So now we're going to get into a side scrape to hopefully pen the E75. You know what? If this Badger wants to go, I'm very tempted to just send this Badger. I will. You know what? I'm going to. This Badger has been annoying me the entire game, and there you go. Bye-bye! No more will you annoy me. Alright, well, let's reload, and we're going to aim it on the E75. We're going to load in a premium shell, because he's only got 100 health. And, well, I can't really say our team's doing all too great. We got a Hovery who just shot me from the back, and that's obviously not good. Aiming a shell on the Hovery, nice, 430 damage. But yeah, our team's doing pretty poor, let's be real. They're falling apart pretty quickly. Alright, let's reload. Let's see if we can get a finishing shell into the enemy Minotauro. Bonk. There you go. Nice shot. Again, previous IS-7 would have really struggled to do that right there. But with the addition of the penetration on this tank, it is so much stronger in so many situations now. It's actually pretty incredible. Looks like the Hovery is still back there. And our Foch and T-54 are instilling almost zero confidence in me. Let's see what is trying to roll behind me. Well, we got an AMX 5120, and just like that, he's dead. We didn't even need our tungsten. I actually forgot I even had tungsten, to be real. Alright, well, let's reload. We got a couple more seconds left. The Foch gets a nice pen in, and we're going to put on our tungsten at this point. There you go. 529 roll into the enemy 60 TP. I don't think he enjoyed that too much. I'm going to be real. We're going to reload again. I'm going to put on my adrenaline, and there you go. Another nice shot right into the little commander's thingy on the 60. Just like that, that player's dead. I really thought this game was going to be tricky, but Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Let's see. We've got the Hori in the back. Aiming. Bonk. Oh, it went low. Come on. All the shells I've been shooting so far have gone well. And then that one just went low and did not like me. Alright. Let's go full speed ahead. What are you gonna do, Hori? What are you gonna do, buddy? Well, what's gonna happen to you is you're gonna get a badonkered right there. Nice, 440 damage shot. And, yeah, I don't think this guy's enjoying life too much. I'm trying not to block the T-54. There you go. He gets a nice shell out. And we're gonna finish him off with a premium shell. As we could see, just in the first battle alone, that premium buff helped us massively. Not only on dealing with takes like the Badger and cutting through that spaced armor on the sides, I'm fairly confident with the previous iteration of this vehicle that wouldn't have happened, but at the same time, the IS-7 also just easily buttered right through the Minnow's lower plate and turret, which again, would have been very hard to do in the previous type of... Oh my god, I just got deafened. Now that my ears have had plenty of time to clear from the ringing of Wargaming deafening me, let's do another battle. Up against us, we have an M6 Yo, Minotauro, STB-1, Sheridan, Hori. Okay, they don't really have a lot of heavies, and it's not always a good sign when you have the player being like a 7.52 going, you know, all the way up top. But there's nothing I can really do about that, so I'm still going to make my way over towards base A, and we'll see if we can help our team or not. But yeah, all three of the heavies are just going up towards base C. I don't know why people go there. I still don't understand what you gain from that positioning compared to over here. Like, I just don't get it. Do they watch the Wargaming tutorial video and they're like, whoa, Wargaming told me to go there, woo! That must be it. Oh, my rat. Shell went low and hit the Sheridan in the track. The good news is that if the Sheridan tries to go anywhere, I mean, the Minnow's right here, so the Sheridan's obviously not going to get very far. And there you go. So the Sheridan's dead, let's be real. Yeah, but still pretty stupid that I bounced that first shot on his tank. Alright, well, the IS-8 shot at my boss Chatillon. And there's not much else being spotted right now. It's a little surprising to me that the Bat Chat's... What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? I want to push in over here. Alright, hello, Mr. IS-8. You have tungsten? That's crazy. So do I! Oh, yeah, that's gonna suck for you, though, isn't it? Yes, it is. Alright, let's just keep him pinned here. Let's get another easy pen. 544 once again into the IS-8, which is obviously a pretty nasty roll. Oh, boy, but we're being shot in the side by the Minnow. Obviously, I don't want that. Okay, there you go. Another nice shot. Oh, boy. Now we got the STB on me. Okay, maybe this wasn't the best decision on my part. The good news is that it looks like the enemy's still getting shot by some other players. There you go. Nice shot finishing off the IS-8. And looks like the STB's got bigger fish to deal with than myself. Thankfully, my team actually... There's no way that Moishan just shot at me while he's being clipped. What is this game? Okay, well, a win's a win. Even though they have two camping frontline vehicles, clearly camping was not the correct decision because I'm in an IS-7, and as I always say, YOLOing in the IS-7 is the best decision that you can make. It just works. So we got the Minnow over here. There you go, pretty nice pen rate into his vehicle. We might die, but you know what? Not with the Bat Chat doing that. I can't believe that worked. Alright, well, there you have it. A pretty good second battle. 7-0. It makes sense because, again, I did cause a pretty big distraction there. But hey, I'll take a win. Oh boy. Victory. I don't think we did over 3,000, but I could be wrong. No, 2560. But I think we can still get a good idea of the IS-7's changes and overall capabilities. I mean, the tank is just a little stupid. The fact that it features tungsten and adrenaline, paired with the mobility, the armor, and now the penetration, it is by far one of the best tier 10 heavies. Easily. So, yeah, I'll have a tier list up at some point. I would recommend for anybody that hasn't ground the IS-7 to actually go for it now because it's so good. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.